Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
So the Brooklyn Nets, they finished 26-56, and they ended up being I didn't write down how bad they were. I don't think, but they got the eighth pick. So they dropped down. They have three more picks coming in the season. What did you grade their season?
D plus.
Yeah, I got D minus.
Again,
Yeah.
yeah, they just the like you said with the Wizards falling in the draft hurts, but a lot of their guys like Nick Claxton didn't really seem to regress with his new deal, um, and they just got a lot of who knows on this team, and they suffered from injuries too, Cam Thomas, but again, it's just a mishmash team, and they didn't really get a lot out of their guys. I felt like.
Yeah, and I really just have the same problem with them that I do with the Wizards or the Wizards, which is like basically you got no clear building blocks moving forward. Like who you building around? Cam Thomas is a fine player, but I don't think he's the guy you want shooting 20 times a game. I think it seems like he's going to be a really good bench player, right? Maybe. But I just don't know if he's the guy you want leading your offense. So the problem I have with the Nets is not only did they, kind of quote unquote tank the year, right? But they also didn't get a high pick. So now all the efforts they did, all the draft picks they have, it led to what? The eighth pick in the draft. So you likely will not get a game-changing player. So what are we building around here? Who's your young guys? Like even the Wizards, at least they got a couple young guys who are like, okay, Sar, Koulibaly, whatever. But like, what young guys do you look at the Nets and you're like, man, I'm really interested to see what he becomes. You know what I'm saying? I just feel really bad for Net fans because I don't think there's a whole lot to look forward to.
Yep. Again, all these teams, it's like devastating that you didn't get pick one or two,
Yeah.
and you knew a few of them were going to anyhow because obviously there's only two picks and there was like six teams that were that were trying hard to get those two picks. Um, but again, yeah, I mean, Cam Johnson might be their best player, and he's 28, so he's obviously not on their timeline of competing. And hopefully they come to their senses and move him. He's got 2 years left because they kind of did it before with their other guys. They held on for a bit too long,
Yep.
and you might not get, you know, um, the quality that you want in return. And with the second apron stuff, 20 million for Cam Johnson, I think now is the time that you have to move.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Anything else about their season?
No, I just again between injuries and just not seeing much, not seeing much development or excitement. It's pretty dim.
Yeah, I agree with that. Let's go to their off season outlook. So they have free agents. Russell's a free agent. Keon Johnson's a free agent. Milton, Sharp, Thomas, but some of these are restricted, so it's not all of them are going to be gone. Zaire Williams. They have the 8th, 19th, 26th, and 27th pick, I believe, all in the first round. They have 13 tradable first round picks. They have $60 million roughly, and like somewhere between 45 to $60 million in cap space. Um, what are we thinking?
I think again, similar to the Wizards, I think they'll probably end up bringing D'Angelo Russell back and just hope to trade him. Like you got so much cap space, you got to spend it somewhere. Um, and having four picks in this draft, like again, could you use some of it and move up to four if you're really into Edgecombe or Ace Bailey? Like, might a team be willing to do that? Um, but otherwise, you're just taking shots at the apple. And again, it's hard to pick 26, 27 in that range. Like the odds of finding someone that's awesome is low. So I just think their off season is going to consist of bringing back some veteran guys that they had and just someone's got to pay him. But I would hate to see them give up assets besides maybe a couple of those mid picks, like we talked about Kuminga with them. If you can give up pick 26, 27, whatever pick that was, okay, cool. That's, you can only bring in so many rookies. But otherwise, this is similar path to the Wizards. Let's take some shots at some guys and see what we can turn up.
Yeah, I agree. Eighth pick, the mock had Richardson from Michigan, shooting guard, going to them. So that's the guy that they said that could potentially be the pick. But yeah, it's like, even I guess if they kept their 4 picks, at least they got young players that they could see if they could build around, which is something that they don't really have other than maybe Cam Thompson and Claxton. Claxton's pretty good. So other than that, I just don't see they're going to be tanking again next year, basically. That's, they don't even have to try. Our roster isn't that good. So that's where we're going to just be in the same spot if you're the Nets next year. Unless if like we talked about, if there's like a big move that you can make, a salary dump move, there is a potential for that as well. Like a salary dump move, if like Kevin Porter, not Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. or what's his name, Paul George or Lillard. Lillard's another one. If you can just do in-game picks that way, that could be another route they could go this offseason. But yeah, I don't foresee a whole lot of big moves other than something like that. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's a good point. The Nets are maybe the perfect team to be the dumping ground for first and second apron teams that are desperate. And if you can take a guy and a pick and then move said guy for another pick, even if it's just a second, or some fringe younger guys, I think that's the path you're going to have to take for a couple of years, opposed to just going out and spending it on some iffy guys that might have untradeable contracts then.
Yeah, correct. Okay. Long shot. You have a long shot for them?
I think we touched on it when we did the Warriors. I think their long shot is if they really like Kuminga and either working a sign or trade or just really making the Warriors go further than they may want to money-wise for Kuminga.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That would be the long shot. It's just Kuminga, at least that would give you a young guy that has shown sometimes that he has potential and maybe a possible building block. And plus, the Warriors might be willing to attach more assets to it if you throw Johnson in the trade. So that would be the outcome. Okay. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports Podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.